Hi everyone. So this is our project, and we've called it Comreton AI, and it's basically a protocol. And like before I start, let's start with like what the buzzword is currently, and that is AI, right? Artificial intelligence. And we use AI like quite daily, frequently. Like I honestly use it, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini. I use it every day, and we also have Hugging Face, like where I can go and see models that are there, and I can use them. But the problem with AI currently is that it's essentially a black box, right? So talking like if I'm a developer and I go to Hugging Face and I use someone else's model, yes, I can see the code and all, but uh, I cannot tell actually like if the developer who has written it, what he says, the model does that, and you'll find that in Hugging Face, like if you try to execute many models, they don't work as expected, and that is genuinely a concern. Also, like overall, and AI is like a black box, right? So we cannot verify its logic, like we cannot prove whether it's safe, and we cannot like blindly trust the um, developer that developed it. And that is where like Comreton AI comes in. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to create a trust layer for artificial intelligence, and our mission is very simple. We're going to create a decentralized marketplace for AI, and essentially, it is a marketplace where anyone can come and use the models via API or directly on the site that is deployed. And what they get is that the model that is there, it's verified. And now let me tell you like quickly like what we are trying to do. So essentially, what we do is someone comes in. Let's suppose we have three stakeholders. So essentially, first person is the creator who uploads the model, and he uploads the model in like uh, we call it a format VMA, Verifiable Model Artifact, that he uploads. Now we have some compute providers. So basically, these are the people who give us the GPU computation power to like run the actual models off chain, and they come to our platform and they also join the network, the communication layer. And once a model is uploaded, what we do is our smart contract matches like which provider is optimal. And then what we do is the model is deployed and executed there in the computation. And this is like where like the crazy part comes in. So we essentially what we do is like if you see what how we're trying to like prove if the model does what it says is we ask the developer to give us the steps, and what we do is when the model runs step by step, we create a cryptographic proof. So essentially, we create fingerprint when each layer gets executed. And the next layer, fingerprint that is created, it's based upon the last layer. And at the end, what happens is the compute provider just sends the ZK proof, the zero knowledge proof to the blockchain, and that is added into the Aptos blockchain. And this creates like a decent proof that model worked as it's said, and then the auditors can verify. So now comes the next party, that is the auditors. And what they do is the auditors come in, they stake some money of theirs, and then what they do is they verify the model. And when a majority of auditors say that it's okay, it goes to marketplace. And there, if someone uses the model, what happens is the compute provider gets the fees, the auditor gets the fees, and the creator gets the fees. And this is how like we have created the whole decentralized marketplace. Now let's start. I'll show you a quick demo where I'll, and if you like to see the like all the maths and how we're computing stuff and all, you can go check our project, and here we have detailed in detail like how the mathematics of this works and how we're trying to do things and all. So now let's see the demo. So firstly, I've connected my wallet, as you can see here. I'll go to deploy, and here I have already feeded my a model that I want to deploy, and I've added the data. And uh, as it's currently in uh, a MVP phase, so I already added the model details to my compute server locally, which is running. So if I go, you can see like my compute server is running here locally, and which is on my machine. And when I press deploy, like now my model is getting deployed, and now it's a small model, so it will get deployed pretty quick. And also now I verify the transaction that is there, And now my model is now if I go to auditors, as you can see, I'm also one of the auditor because it is a demo and we have limited users. So now you can see my model is in blockchain, and now I can edit and verify it. Now here is the crazy part. You can see every step that was there. So if I click on this, what happens is the model was executed, and here you see the verification proof was added into the blockchain. So as you can see here, if I do this again, another layer verification proof is added. This one, another layer, and the auditor can exactly see like what is happening, like what a particular layer of the neural networks is being implemented and all. And when everyone has checked it and verified, like the verification has happened and this is happening as followed because it is happening step by step. So the fingerprint that is created, it's continuous, and the zero knowledge proof that would be created would verify us. Now, if I approve this model, what would happen is it would go to the marketplace. So let me approve it. And now I approve the model. Okay, so failed to sign a transaction. Yep. So the model was uploaded, and now if you'll see the model is uploaded, so I only have one here. Now, if I go to the marketplace, I'll see it in the verified, and this is not verified. And now what I can do is, as a user, now this comes, I can pay some fees. This fees will go to the compute provider, the original person who did it, and now I can chat with the chatbot that is there. So this was a chatbot model that was there, and this is now how it works. And we also have docs for the people, like how this works internally and how contributors can come in, and also for the compute providers. Currently, we are working like this is how the SDK would look like. We're working on launching the SDK, so this is how the SDK would look like. Like this one was how I deployed it locally. And once this is done, the compute providers get connected to the network, and then they provide the computation, and everything else happens. Right. So this was our project, and this is how it works. And also, like we are going to uh, uh, launch like in the last quarter the APIs, like so people can access it directly from there. So this was it. Thank you.